My ex-fiance wants to meet up after he left me at the altar. So it was 2 years ago and
Hello, friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about how women got rejected on their wedding day. So, this is an emotional video, and you guys have put the videos together so that you watch and learn. And I'll be back to share my true sense, what you think about today's video.
my ex-fiance wants to meet up after he left me at the altar. So it was 2 years ago and I was ditched at the altar on my wedding. My fiance literally didn't turn up on the morning of the wedding. He didn't answer any of my calls, any of the family's calls. He just disappeared. It was so devastating. I didn't actually want to go through with anything. I wanted to go home. But because we had paid for everything, the night kind of just turned into a party and everyone kind of tried to distract me from it. Then after it actually all finished, I went to the honeymoon suite that we should have had. I stayed in my wedding dress and just cried on the bathroom floor for hours. After what felt like for hours, his mum actually came to the honeymoon suite and informed me that she had heard from her son and he had gone back to his ex-girlfriend. So on our wedding day that we spent so much money on, he ran the morning of back to his ex. Apparently he reconnected with her a week prior to the wedding and decided the morning of to run away. I can laugh now about it. He wanted to try and make it work with his ex, as he told his mum. They were all mortified and I didn't hear from him till 3 months later. So out of the blue, 3 months later, he actually rang me to apologise for everything and explain something huge. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. He actually told me his ex rang him a week before because she knew we were getting married and just wanted to tell him that she had his son. So when they broke up the first time, apparently she was pregnant but didn't know till a few months later and raised the baby but didn't tell him and decided to tell him a week before the wedding. And he said he wanted to try and make it work and create a family. So that was what was said on the phone. I don't even think I said much. I think I said hello and then let him speak. I think I was just numb and sad and upset, but also didn't care and was angry because it had happened a few months ago now and I had absolutely no closure. Which brings me to today. After going through that, I wanted a change of scenery, so I moved to the UK. I have been loving it here up to now, but last night I got a request on Instagram from him. And it said, "Hey, I've heard that you've moved to the UK. I'm actually travelling to the UK at the end of July. I'm so deeply sorry about everything. I want to discuss what led up to the wedding. I hope I'm not overwhelming you and let me know if you would like to talk and we can grab some lunch." Firstly, I don't know who would have told him I moved here. And secondly, I don't really crave closure. But then also later down the line, I don't want to regret my decision. So I'm actually stuck on what to do. So it's been a couple of years now, so I don't know if to bother or should I go just to see what excuses he has to give me.
This video is crazy, guys. So, imagine planning your dream wedding only to find your fiancé to ghost you on a big day. Fast forward, after you relocate to another country, that's when they want to meet you up. So let me just tell you what I think about this video. First, let's talk about the emotional damage of being stood up at the altar. It's not just embarrassment, it's heartbreaking. You invested time, love and money into failure with someone only for them to put such leave scars. Okay, so now because he's heard that you've moved out of the country and he wants now to meet you again. Okay, so don't tolerate that. Okay, so because he didn't his actions spoke volumes on the wedding day. So if he couldn't show up for you then, can he show up for you now? So if you're considering meeting him, ask yourself, what do you gain from this? Closure, revenge, a second chance, whatever reason, set boundaries. Make it clear that this is not open invitation for him to come back to your life. This is what I think, guys. So here is my take. Some people deserve to stay in the past. It's not about being bitter, it's about protecting your peace. If you healed and moved on, meeting him might reopen old wounds. But if you need closure, train carefully and prioritize your emotional well-being. Let him let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Yeah, so let's continue with our videos.
My husband ruined our wedding day, and this story has haunted me for like 11 years. I just want to tell it. I may delete it later. But the amount of comments that I've seen on TikTok videos about women actually realizing the day they got married that they made a mistake is like staggering, and we just need to maybe normalize it a little bit. This is my attempt at normalizing it, and this is therapeutic for me. So again, I may delete this later, but I had never heard of love bombing before. That's a whole other video. I'd never heard of gaslighting or psychological abuse. Totally different videos that I'm not going to make. But here's what happened on our wedding day. I never wanted a like big wedding. I never wanted like people looking at me as I walked down an aisle or anything like that. And we just went to the magistrate. We'd only been dating for 4 months. So went to the magistrate. Judge did his thing. Everything was good. I was feeling good. I was very happy. And we had been married about 60 seconds. And the judge said, I love doing these ceremonies, and it would just make me so happy if you guys came back to see me in 10 years and let me know like everything is good. And ironically, 10 years, like that week or week after is when my husband said he wanted a divorce, but whatever. So judge said that, and I said, yeah, like we would love to do that. We'll come back and see you in 10 years and hopefully I fit in the same dress, right? Because that's like a running joke. You hope that you fit in your wedding dress, whatever. And my husband of about 70 seconds did not miss a beat. And he said, or smaller. And talk about fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Well, first of all, I died inside and I froze. It's like a statue. I felt like I couldn't even breathe. And I knew I didn't know quite in that second that it happened. I was just staring at his face and I was looking for like context clues. His face was, he wasn't laughing. And my heart just broke. And I looked at the judge, the magistrate, and he was like floored. And he said, son, you just got married. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm not crazy. My intuition is correct. I am not crazy. This is bad. I stayed because whole other video that I'm not going to make. Psychological abuse, gaslighting. He convinced me that I was crazy and dramatic, and I'm none of those things, actually. He hated my guts from the beginning. Hope this helps.
So that's the video, guys. So I'm just here just to share my true sense, what I think about it. Okay, so I'm talking about this video where they just said come back in 10 years. I think it was meant as a taste of time. Marriage is just a ceremony. It's a journey of growth, patience, and commitment. They just likely wanted to emphasize that the real work starts after the I do. But what about the husband's reactions? Okay, so they want to I want to talk about the husband response. This is where things get tricky. For the husband to say we are still smaller could be interpreted in different ways. Was he being honest about their maturity, or was it a way of downplaying the significance of their commitment? Either way, his response undermined the moment and left his wife feeling disappointed and shocked about it. So let me also talk about the wife reaction. Her reaction speaks volume. Marriage is about partnerships, and hearing your spouse publicly admit doubt or downplay the relationship can feel like a slap in the face. She's likely envisaged this as a moment of unity, but his weight a dent in the dream. Communication and alignment in expectations are so important in relationship, especially at such important event. So let me share my thoughts about this. So this situation is a reminder that words matter, especially in marriage. The husband may not have meant harm, but his comment highlighted the need for open dialogue and shared values. To the wife, your feelings are valid, and to the couple, marriage is a journey. If both of you are willing to grow together, you can come back in 10 years stronger than ever. But that takes work, maturity, and respect. Okay, so that's my take. But what do you think? Was the husband being realistic or insensitive? Let me know in the comment section. So I've seen such things like happening to a lot of women where men sometimes they don't know why they are marrying. Okay, so I've come across different ladies sharing their stories and hearing how these men they act and kept. As in, sometimes I feel like these men they just marry for show offs, or maybe they got disappointed. Now they're doing a rebound. They just want to keep you in the picture. They don't even love you. They don't even have feelings for you. So I came across a certain lady where they got married with their husband, and it was so nice when they got married. 2 weeks later, it was okay. 1 month later, it was fine. But second month, she started seeing his true colors in that marriage. Okay, started beating her up, started insulting her, telling her she's a prostitute, she sleep with different men. You know how men they can be. So this man turned out to be a narcissist. So if this woman wants to do anything, this man is going to say no. Is it a business? You want to do anything for herself? This man will say no. And again, this same man is a man who lower her self-esteem, tells her you're not pretty, you're not, but I tell you the girl is fine. She's so beautiful. Nice body. She has a very pretty face. And she it says you can I want you to kneel down for me, begging me so that you should be here with me and all that. So when I look at all these, I feel like women go through a lot with these things called marriages. Okay. So marriage is good when you meet the right partner. So this is why I always tell you ladies, when you're looking for a partner, try to take your time. Okay? Because I don't want you guys to find in your situation in situations whereby you meet a person and 2 months later you divorce. Okay, so I'm married. I'm going to tell you what has worked for me. I've been married for 1 year and a half. So for me, what helped me like in my marriage is open communication. Like communication is a key if you want your marriage to work. So you should learn how to communicate. And two is the man is the head of the house. This is what I believe in because I don't know, because I'm African. I'm told the man is the head of the house, okay? And I'm the helper. So I come in. A man should know how to do. And if you're my man, you need to respect me for you to gain my respect too. Because if you disrespect me, I don't tolerate that. For me, it's I live. Okay, and I hate embarrassment on top of that. So communication has helped me a lot. I never knew how to communicate until so another thing is patience. I've learned to be patient and yeah. Okay, so me and my partner, we always have like we keep on checking on each other. As much as we are waking and do that, we have a day where we come and sit down and check like are you okay? Are you talk about different things and all that. Yeah, we talk every day, but we have a specific time where we can sit and talk a very serious matters, checking on one each other's mental health, okay, and all that. Okay, which has also helped me. Okay, so there's also another thing which I'm going to say, um, which I want to do, like also how to solve conflict. Okay, yeah. So first, I listen and stay calm and understand what was all about. Then I think what we're going to do and sit down and talk about it. Talking about it has really helped me. Okay. Also spending quality time with my partner. Okay. Spend quality time whenever I get a chance. Or spend time so that we bond. And also support my partner dreams, and he does the same. Yeah. So that's the thing. So yeah, that's what it's been helping, and we've been doing some per week. We go out for a date. Yeah.